Have you ever looked at a photograph? I mean, really looked, and seen something that just doesn't quite fit, something out of place?
Yeah, like a detail that just snags your attention, makes you look twice, and defies any easy explanation, leaves you feeling a bit, well, uneasy.
Exactly that feeling. And today we're going to explore 5 really strange, kind of creepy photographs. These are images that have, well, baffled experts and left a lot of people wondering about, the paranormal.
We'll be looking at what makes them so unsettling and some of the theories floating around trying to make sense of them, or maybe the lack of theories in some cases.
Right. And it's worth remembering, belief in this kind of stuff, the unexplained, it's actually really common.
Oh, absolutely. You look at the stats, like 1 in 3 people in Britain, something like 45% of Americans say they believe in ghosts or spirits.
And that's not even counting cultures worldwide where spirits and ancestors are just, well, part of everyday life and belief. Billions of people.
For sure. But the big challenge, naturally, is skepticism. We all know how easy it is to fake photos now, right? Manipulated images are everywhere online.
Totally. It makes it hard to know what's real. But the pictures we're looking at today, they're a bit different. They're the ones that have been scrutinized, looked at closely, and still haven't really been debunked.
Yeah, they've resisted easy answers. So our goal here is just to present the facts as they've been reported, explore the possibilities people have suggested, and then really let you decide what you make of it all.
Okay, sounds good. Let's dive in.
Yeah.
First up, a pretty modern one, the Backseat Ghost.
Okay.
This picture was taken back in July 2016. It was a 13-year-old girl named Harper using her mom Melissa's camera. They were heading to a beauty pageant down in Florida.
Right, and Harper was just doing what kids do, snapping selfies in the car to pass the time. Nothing unusual there.
Not at all. But it wasn't until about a month later, when Melissa was going through the photos, that's when she saw it.
What did she see?
Behind Harper's seat, there's this face, like a ghostly, sort of see-through face of a young boy just hovering there.
Wow. Okay. And Melissa was sure they were alone.
Absolutely certain. Just her and Harper in the car. And she didn't recognize the boy at all, so this really got to her, and she started digging.
Researching the area, you mean?
Yeah. She found out that on that exact bit of road, there had been a fatal car accident exactly 1 year before.
A year to the day. That's eerie.
Right. And while she couldn't find specific records confirming a child died in that crash, Melissa became totally convinced this boy's ghost was linked to that accident.
So she took the photo to paranormal investigators.
She did. And they couldn't explain it away either. They actually thought it was likely genuine. They even had this theory, kind of specific.
Go on.
They thought maybe the boy's ghost was trying to warn Harper to wear her seatbelt. Apparently, Melissa mentioned, Harper often didn't buckle up.
Huh. A safety-conscious spirit. That's different.
Isn't it? And it gets more interesting. Melissa sent the photo to Greg Poor. He's involved with parapsychology and afterlife studies at the Adelon Project in Canada.
Okay, someone who analyzes this kind of thing professionally, what did he find?
He used image analysis software, the kind that looks at pixels, light, shadows, searching for any tampering.
Right, forensic analysis.
Exactly. And his conclusion was that the picture was most likely authentic, photographically speaking. No obvious signs of faking.
And did he have a theory about the ghost itself?
Yeah, his thinking aligns with a common paranormal idea. That spirits might get sort of stuck earthbound, especially after sudden, unexpected deaths.
Like they don't realize they've passed on?
Potentially. Still lingering in that area, maybe even trying to warn others, like the seatbelt theory suggested.
It's a compelling narrative, especially with the crash anniversary connection, but I guess skeptics would still point to reflections, pareidolia.
Oh, for sure. But Power's analysis, finding no obvious manipulation, combined with the story, it makes it harder to dismiss outright. Plus, Melissa added another layer.
Oh.
She claimed this wasn't Harper's only brush with these strange. So when Harper was younger, she used to draw these unusual symbols, glyphs.
Okay.
And when Melissa researched them, she found they related to the Archangel Raphael, the one associated with healing and banishing demons in some traditions.
That adds quite another dimension. And the photo itself.
Still not definitively debunked. It remains unexplained.
Okay, from a modern car ride to something much older, let's talk about the Linen Mill girls.
Ah, yes, this one, it went kind of viral a while back, didn't it? You see it online.
You do. It's a group photo from the early 1900s. Belfast linen mill workers, all women. Most of them have their arms folded really tightly. Standard old group shot, you'd think.
Right. Looks normal at first glance, except for one woman on the far left. Her arms aren't folded.
Yeah.
But that's not the weird part.
No, the weird part. You have to look closely. Third row, the woman towards the right side. There's a hand on her shoulder.
And it's undeniably a hand. But the thing is, it can't belong to anyone else in the photo.
How can we be so sure?
Because you can see everyone else's arms and hands. They're all accounted for, either folded or by their sides. This hand, it just appears.
It looks like someone's standing just beside her, slightly behind maybe, with their arm around her. You can almost make out fingernails, it's that clear.
But there's nobody there.
Yeah.
No extra person visible, not even peeking out from behind. It's just the hand.
Do we know who the woman is?
Yeah, apparently her name was Ellen Donnelly. She worked at that mill over a century ago. The photo only really came to light recently.
So?
Her granddaughter found it and uploaded it to some local history website. And she called it the family ghost picture. That's how the family referred to it.
So it was known within the family for a while, and any explanations since it went public?
Nope. Lots of speculation, of course. Double exposure. A forgotten mannequin arm. But nothing confirmed. It's still just that mysterious hand.
Wild. Okay, so sometimes it's not just a single image, but ongoing activity. Let's shift to the restaurant ghost.
Right. This one's in Wakefield in the UK. Paranormal investigators got called into this restaurant because some really strange things were happening.
Started with stuff caught on camera, I believe.
Yeah, the owners were getting freaked out. CCTV actually filming a glass suddenly lifting off the bar and then being thrown against it. Stuff like that.
Okay, that's more than just a weird feeling. So the investigators came in, the East Drive Paranormal team. What did they find?
Well, they reported sensing things, like the presence of a middle-aged man. They also claimed they detected a little girl's ghost using infrared monitors.
Infrared, so temperature changes, anomalies?
Presumably. They also heard odd noises, tapping, murmuring, humming, even chanting sounds.
That's a whole range of classic haunting phenomena.
But the biggest shock, apparently, was from their thermal imaging camera.
What did it pick up?
In one of the rooms, which was empty at the time, the camera registered a clear figure standing there. A heat signature where there shouldn't have been one.
A full figure.
That's what they claimed. And when they looked at the image later, one of them pointed out it looked eerily similar to Jason Voorhees.
The horror movie character. Seriously, that's specific.
Yeah, pretty unsettling comparison. So the team started trying to piece things together.
Looking for a reason for the activity.
Exactly. They theorized that maybe some recent renovations, building work, had stirred things up, disturbed whatever spirits were there.
Makes sense. That's a common trigger in these stories.
Then they looked into the local history. Turns out, just up the road from the restaurant, there used to be an old police station and a courthouse, a place where criminals were actually hanged.
Ah, okay, so they think the male spirit might be one of those criminals.
That became their leading theory. And there's another layer. Wakefield apparently has this network of old underground tunnels.
Right, I've heard about those in some UK cities.
Well, one of these tunnels supposedly runs directly underneath the restaurant, and it used to connect to that old police station, the prison, and the courthouse.
That really ties it all together, doesn't it? The location, the history. So did the activity stop?
Apparently not. They even brought in a medium at one point, someone who tried to, ask the spirits to leave peacefully.
It didn't work.
Reports say the strange incidents continue, which has kind of made the restaurant a bit of a destination for ghost hunters now, not just diners.
From a public restaurant to a private home now. Let's talk about the Anglesey ghost.
This is another case where the spookiness came from looking at old photos. The owner of this house in Anglesey, Wales, was just browsing through pictures of the building.
And saw something unexpected.
Yeah. In one of the top floor windows, he noticed what looked like a face staring out.
There's a face in the window. And this house, it had a history, right?
Oh, definitely. A pretty dark one. Built right after World War I. And it seems death visited the family living there quite often. The current owner's great-grandmother died there just 6 weeks after they moved in, back in 1923.
Wow, that's fast.
Then, only about a year later, tragedy struck again. A baby, just 14 weeks old, died in the house, and so did its mother and its grandfather, all within about a year or so of each other.
4 deaths in quick succession in the same house? That's a lot. No wonder the current owner felt it might be haunted.
Yeah, he'd always had that feeling. But he shared a couple of specific incidents that really convinced him.
Like what?
One involved his dog, a Labrador. The dog was just walking down the hall, heading for the front door. Suddenly, a ball comes flying out of the kitchen towards the dog.
Thrown? Like deliberately?
That's how it seemed. But nobody was in the kitchen. The dog apparently freaked out, froze, yelped really loudly, and after that, absolutely refused to go near the kitchen ever again.
Animals often seem sensitive in these stories. What was the other incident?
It involved the lights. One time, all the house lights were on. Someone walked into the kitchen, and boom, all the lights in the entire house switched off simultaneously.
An electrical fault, maybe?
That's what they thought at first. But when they checked the main switch, they found the kitchen light switch itself had been physically turned to the off position. Nobody had touched it.
Okay, that's harder to explain away. Did the owner have any idea who the face in the window might be?
He had a theory. He thought it might possibly be his own late mother. She apparently had long, dark hair, and she had already passed away before that photo was taken. But he admitted he couldn't be sure.
Right. It's hard to identify a blurry face in a window definitively.
But what's really interesting is his attitude. Despite these creepy experiences, the flying ball, the lights, the face, he wasn't scared.
Really? After all that?
He basically said, it's his family's ancestral home. It's been in the family for 5 generations. He sort of accepted it.
That's fascinating. Coexisting with the potential haunting, almost like it's just part of the house's character, its history.
Exactly. It challenges that typical reaction of pure terror we often associate with ghost stories. It really does. Okay, our last photo for today is maybe the strangest one. It came via a listener, Ryan. Right, Ryan emailed this in. He saw it years ago in a book from 1979 called Hurricanes and Twisters by Robert Irving.
A book about weather phenomena.
Yeah. And the photo that caught Ryan's eye, and has puzzled him ever since, was taken way back on June 11th, 1953.
Okay, what was the context?
It was taken just 2 days after a truly horrific tornado hit Worcester, Massachusetts. This wasn't just any tornado. It's ranked among the top 30 worst in U.S. history. Killed 94 people, destroyed something like 4,000 buildings. Just devastating.
An absolute catastrophic event. So the photo shows the aftermath.
It does. It shows the destruction.
Yeah.
But the really odd thing, the mystery, is there are 3 figures in the photo.
Figures? Like people?
Well, that's the question. They look like figures. They seem to be wearing white robes almost. And one of them...
It looks sort of headless.
Headless. Okay, that could easily be debris, right?
Yeah.
Twisted metal, broken structures, the mind plays tricks, pareidolia. Absolutely, that's the rational explanation. Our brains love finding patterns, faces, figures in random shapes, especially in chaotic scenes like that. But when you look closely at this photo, they really do look uncannily like 3 distinct figures standing there amidst the ruin. It's more than just a vague resemblance for some people who've seen it.
And the weirdest part is the lack of information.
Totally. Ryan mentioned this, and it seems to... hardly anyone seems to have seen this photo. And even in the original book it appeared in, Hurricanes and Twisters, there's apparently no caption, no mention whatsoever of these strange figures. They're just there.
That is odd. Usually anything unusual in a photo documenting an event like that would be noted, even if just to dismiss it.
You'd think so. So the question hangs there. Is it just a trick of the light, rubble, misinterpreted by the eye and brain?
Or is it something genuinely unexplained, caught on film in the aftermath of immense tragedy? It's a really puzzling one.
It really is. So we've covered quite a bit of ground here. 5 very different photos, different eras, different circumstances.
Yeah, from a potential ghost giving safety advice in a car, to a phantom hand in a factory, figures in a restaurant, a face in a window, and these mysterious shapes after a tornado.
And the common thread is that none of them have been completely, definitively debunked or explained away. They persist as these little visual mysteries.
Right. We've laid out the stories, the context, the theories as they've been reported. And now, really, it's over to you, the listener, to mull them over. What do you think you're seeing in these pictures?
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? If, and it's a big if, but if any of these images are genuine glimpses of the paranormal, what does that really imply about, the world around us, the veil between things?
And conversely, if they aren't paranormal, how do we explain why these specific images are so compelling, so resistant to easy answers? Why do they stick with us? It speaks volumes about our fascination with the unknown, I think.
Absolutely. It's that persistent mystery that keeps us looking. Well, that's all we have time for on this particular deep dive into the unexplained.
Thanks for joining us as we explored these unsettling images.
We hope it gave you something to think about. Thank you for listening.